Hello, good morning. This is Mr. Kani, the founder of Kanisa Enterprise. This morning, I want us to learn how to accurately read the measurement on the kitchen scale. In other words, I want us to learn how to measure accurately using the kitchen scale. In fact, when you are using the digital scale, that one gives you more accurate results than the kitchen scale. But if you don't have the digital scale, you can also use the kitchen scale for your readings. You just have to master the graduations and how to read. Okay, let's start. So when you buy your new kitchen scale, you look at the dial. We have the dial reading exactly on 0. So if you have your reading exactly on 0 and you're using it, that may give you a wrong reading because we have a pan that we're supposed to put on top. So that with the pan, we can put items on the pan so that it doesn't pour. You can read, or it doesn't fall, so that you can read accurately. So when I put the pan on top, you see my reading is now more than 0. So it means if I put anything on top of the pan, it will give me wrong readings. So what you do is you look down here, you see adjustable knot. So you just adjust it so that my dial will be on exactly 0. So when I adjust it, it's supposed to be on exactly 0. Okay, so when it's on the 0 mark, it means now I can do my readings. So let me put some substances on my pan and see whether we can read. So when I begin to drop my substances on top, my dial moves. And when you look at the graduations, you have to know how to read the graduation accurately. The whole of this can take 5 kilograms. In converting the units, we have grams. So when you see where the 0 is, I have 0 grams. But we can also change it to kilograms. Every 1,000 grams gives you 1 kilogram. So when I look at this, the total of this gives me from here 4,000, they come to 4,800 to 5,000, means 5 kilograms will give me the total, and that is the 5,000 grams. So when I look from 0 to the next longest dial is 200. It means when you read in between the 0 and the 200, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dashes or spaces in between. So it means when you divide the distance 0 to 200, which is having 5 spaces, when I divide the 5 spaces by 200, that will give me 40. It means every stroke that I see here is 40 grams. So having known that, you can read any reading that will be on the scale. So now, having known that every dash is 40 grams, it means in the middle between 2 dash or 2 strokes will give me 20 grams. So from here we have 1, 2, 3 is on the 3rd stroke, and that we say every stroke is 40, so we have 40, 80, 120. So it means this our substances is reading 120 grams. So let me increase the substance and see the new readings that we get. Okay, now we've gotten another reading. So when I look at my dial again, it's a little just above the 200 grams. So this is not up to the the next, after the 200, it's not up to the next stroke, but it's also a little bit more than the middle. So if I have 200 and the next stroke give me 40, so if it were to be on the next stroke, that would have given me 240 grams. But because it's not up to the 40 and it's also more than a little bit more than the 40, so if it were to be in the middle, then we would have gotten 220 grams. But it's not up to. It's more than the middle and it's not up to the next stroke. So let's say it's in between 200, so we add 10 to the 20. So you can say it's in the middle. If I divide this middle into 2, it's also in the next middle. So this will give us 230 grams. 230 grams. Okay, let me change the substance and then put a different substance and see. So let's use a different substance and see the new reading. So when I put a different substance, this is actually papaya. So we have gotten another reading. So it's giving us 600, and after the 600 is in the middle of the second space. So after the 600 we have the next dial is 40, so that will give us 640. So if it's in the middle of the next space, so that will give us in the middle we'll have 20 grams. So when I add 20 to 40, that will give me 60. So that will give us 260 grams. 660 grams. 660 grams. Okay, let me change and then put the last substance, and then we'll see. So now put another substance. This is a banana. Okay, let's see the readings. Is also a little above the 400 reading, so it's in the middle. After the 400 is in the middle of the next dash, so the middle will give us 20. So 20 plus 40 is 20 plus 400 will give us 420 grams. Actually, let's be careful about the pan. When you're using the pan for food, it's not advisable you use the same pan for chemicals. You can have contamination. So if you are using the pan for food and you are using chemicals, we have to probably change the pan. You can put a different pan on it and just adjust your dial. You adjust your dial to 0. You can change the pan and adjust the dial to 0 so that you don't have contamination with your food. You don't have chemicals contaminating your food. Okay, that is that. As I said, later I'll do another video on how to read the digital scale, how to use the digital scale, how to use the hydrometer, and then also how to read the measuring cylinder. That is when you are measuring liquids, how to read the measuring cylinder using liquid. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.